Hello, B12. This is USCC officer. This is the 20th time I've gone through this video. Hypercam is the spawn of Satan, and only now do I actually get a video that I can actually want to post on YouTube. Yeah, there's a horrible Windows 7 bar on top, and the bottom bunch of pixels are cut off as well, but sod it. You should have seen the earlier videos. They were horribly desynced with the audio. Or there's just whatever. Pissed me off, that's what I'm saying. So, oh, I'm not actually playing this game right now. In case you couldn't tell, I'm just narrating because my microphone is a shitty laptop microphone and it picked up weird interference from speakers. So, I already know what's coming up. I already know how crappy I've done. I already know how awesome I was, so I guess there's that as well. So anyways, we got an intro going here. I'm just going to talk over it because I assume that you guys can read. If you can't read, then congratulations, because I have no clue how you found this without reading my thread. I am not exactly a big YouTube celebrity, as you can tell. This is actually my first YouTube video, no, my second YouTube video. My first one was basically 5 minutes of me dying horribly in Super Battle and the Ur-Quan Masters, just to see if it popped up properly. So let me continue on, rambling here, favorite pastime. I haven't played the Ur-Quan Masters, kinda. I've done the first bit in Seoul. I haven't actually entered hyperspace yet. I've visited all the planets though, so the first 3 or so videos will pretty much be covering up my knowledge. And after that, no clue. I didn't even take notes the first time I played, and the Ur-Quan Masters is a game where you want to write everything down, so I'll be doing that right here. So, what else? Besides playing the game, well, playing quotation marks, I've done the Super Battles, which is basically the combat side of the Ur-Quan Masters, so they have all the ships unlocked, so I know that, and I know kind of all the races, because I've also listened to the music from this game, because the music in Star Control 2 or Ur-Quan Masters, whatever you want to call this thing, is freaking awesome. I'll be posting that in the thread, because you guys should hear it, without me rambling, of course, and, well, I've probably encountered a few references on the internet. I know about, the know is a strong term, I kinda have an idea about what Juffle Whoop is, because it came up in one of my earlier threads a couple years ago, and checked that if I didn't remember anything, because God knows why. What else is there to talk about? Not really, I think we're just gonna be starting soon. Yeah, we're finishing up the hyperspace sequence here, and then we can get down to the brass tacks, as it were. Yeah, tell Earth of her plight, and fight for the stupid Ur-Quan. Backstory, the game has a backstory, sort of. There was Star Control 1, because the Ur-Quan Masters is a remake of Star Control 2, but apparently Star Control 1 didn't have much of a story. Just kind of strategy type thing. Oh, we're starting here. I'll ramble about it in the appropriate time. Yeah, we're just going through the options. You can... Settings, there's sound, there's music. Cyborg is... The AI basically does your battles for you. I'll be leaving that off, because I'm sure you guys want to see me die horribly. You can also rename your captain and your starship, so if you guys on the thread want to rename him, or her, or it, or whatever, and the ship to whatever you want, then go ahead, I'll do it. Just don't ask me to play this stupid thing again with a new name, because I'll fucking punch you. Anyways, as I was saying, Star Control 1 apparently is kind of a strategy game, not much plot as this game had, so... Oh, we got the red drone coming up. Whatever.
Attention.
Yeah, I'm going to talk over these guys as well, because I probably memorized this by now. Yeah, it's the Authority of the Ur-Quan. So, that red thing around there was the slave shield, because, well, I'm sure you can already guess. Earth lost the first war against the Ur-Quan in Star Control 1, and that's pretty much it. End of story. Well, the Alliance lost it, because the game's backstory, it's mostly explained in the manual, I'll be posting bits and pieces of the manual on the thread because there's like a lot of like the races and their ships and the history as well. It's more deeply explained in the manual than in-game, which I think is important, and plus it gives me an excuse to post and have some people actually talking about this stuff instead of me failing horribly on these videos.
Transgressions. You are commanded to remain here and await the arrival of the Ur-Quan. Disobedience will be punished.
We get it. Yeah, the centipede thing is the Ur-Quan. That little frog thing in the corner is like their translator guys, because the Ur-Quan are big pricks and they won't debase themselves by talking to lesser life forms. So they have translator
Attention,
frogs.
Unidentified space vessel. I am Starbase Commander Hayes of the slave planet Earth.
I want to
Our
say he's full of
hyperwave
it,
broadcast
but
extremely
maybe I'm
weak.
just pissed at him
Situation
after listening
critical.
to him prattle on and on
Energy
after
cores
20,
exhausted.
more
Scanners
than
and deep
20 minutes,
radar are
probably been like
non-functional.
hours.
We
Listen
cannot
to his
identify your vessel.
soft,
Are you the
suede
scheduled
words.
hierarchy resupply
Yeah,
ship?
he's kind of full of it.
Repeat. Are you the resupply
What is this
vessel?
talk about? Yeah, we're going to be doing the safe
The starship what?
options here because
Never mind, look,
that's
we
kind
won't
of the only
last much
route I've
longer.
explored
Here's
so
our
far. If you want me to-
situation.
if you want-
According to our
if you
oath
guys
of
want me to be
fealty
more
to the
crazy,
Ur-Quan, we must
I'll
maintain
be
the
more crazy for you
starbase,
guys,
but we
but for
have
now,
no
I'm just gonna be
space
playing it
vessels of
safe
our
because
own,
this
and
game
the shield prevents us from
is hard.
contacting
It'll
Earth, so we're
break you
totally
over.
dependent on the
Well,
Ur-Quan supply vessels for
combat
everything
is
we
hard.
need
I
up
don't know
here.
about the strategic
We know there's a hierarchy
campaign
base on the surface of the
game,
moon,
this
but we
side of
can't
it, but
contact
the space
them.
combat
The
is hard.
Ur-Quan were supposed to resupply the base at regular 5-year intervals, but we haven't received anything in
as I
almost
said
8
before, I've done the
years.
super battles, which is pretty
What
much
we
the
don't
game side.
recycle, we can usually synthesize. But
on a
to
good
do
day,
so, we need
I
replacement
could
radioactives
defeat
for our
the
generator
good
energy
cyborg.
cores.
No,
If you
not
could bring
defeat,
us some
tie.
radioactive
Probably,
elements,
like,
we
come
can
out, like, with
fabricate
a
the
skin in
cores
my teeth.
ourselves. Are you willing to
Unfortunately
help
for
us?
me, the good cyborg is medium difficulty.
The fastest way to get
And the
radioactives
impossible
in this
cyborg, which
system
is
would
the
be to
hardest
land on
difficulty,
Mercury and scour the
it's
surface
what
for
they use
deposits
in
of
the main
radioactive
game.
elements.
There's
But
no
be
option to
careful.
turn that down. I'm
Mercury is a
basically
pretty
stuck against the
inhospitable
strongest
place.
guy,
Watch out
and,
for earthquakes and those
he will
high
tear me
temperature
apart.
areas.
I can, if I'm lucky. Oh, did we talk about Mercury? Whatever. If I'm lucky, I can, like, defeat the impossible. No, sorry. If I'm lucky, I could take out 2/3 of the Impossible's ships with my entire fleet loss. Oh, just listening to the music here right now. That's why there's such a long pause. Yeah, the music is great in this game as well. I'll be posting
Thanks,
that
I'll
on the
make sure
thread
to
as
mention
well
this the
because
next time
you
I talk with
deserve
our
to listen to it.
masters. I'm sure they will reward you.
Yeah, about goddamn time we left. Just gonna head over to Earth now. Just got the slave shield, it looks interesting. Unfortunately, we can scan Earth, but can't pierce the slave shield for whatever reason. We kind of see what some, like, planetary stats fit. I'm not sure what happens if you dispatch something onto a slave shield, or if something has a slave shield and dispatch a lander to it, but I assume it isn't good, and we kind of need that lander for Mercury right now. So just gonna leave Earth. As you can see, the game really slow at the planetary level, and of course I ran out of things to say when we got the boring parts. Scanning Mercury. Mineral scan scans minerals, obviously. Energy scan is like buildings, and biological is, well, bio-life forms. Mercury. Now, when you're on a planet, the three important things to look for, as far as I know, is temperature, weather, tectonics, and gravity, I guess, can be important. Temperature, weather, tectonics dictates what hazards you'll find on the surface. Like, Mercury's very high temperature, so you got pillars of flame, or whatever you want to call that. It also has tectonic activity, so that's the expanding circles. Gravity, every time you send the lander down, uses up a thing of fuel, and how much fuel it uses depends on the gravity of the planet. At least that's what I'm assuming. That seems to be how it is in-game. Our lander, which you can see zooming around there, only has a cargo hold large enough for 50 units of minerals, so, oh, and if it collects a thing of minerals and and the mineral thing is larger than your tank, then screw it. The excess stuff gets dumped. That kind of sucks, but yeah, just see me zooming along there. I've done this before. I guess you would call it the optimal route, but I know how to fill up the Lander's tanks and all the using as little fuel as possible. Right, just 3 more deposits and then we can get a move on. The orange thing we collected a long time ago was the radioactives the station needed. So we technically didn't need to hang around Mercury, but we're here. We might as well pick up the minerals. Now we're going to go into our cargo bay, see how much stuff we have. The different colors show you how very valuable the thing is. And the square thing at the bottom is biologicals. I think so. Manuel mentioned that. So obviously you want to go for like the purplish violet stuff, and then radioactives and so on. Here we got a cruiser for some reason, despite the fact we're not supposed to have it. Yeah, just gonna save here. Earthling cruiser, I'll talk about later. It's cheap. That's kind of the cruiser. It's cheap. It's got missiles. That's all you need to know. Holds 18 grunts. Whereas our awesome Vindicator / whatever you want to call it, to be named, it could be good. That's what I've heard. You basically gotta pump it full of... You gotta really work at it to make it good, but I think it's worth it because it seems pretty strong. It could make a battleship pretty easily.
Did you find any radioactive elements for our power
We kind of
cores?
got to improve it anyways, because right now it's stupidly slow.
We're initiating transfer of radioactives, Captain. Now, as soon as our engineers can refit the energy cores, that's much better.
Commander Hayes
Ratings are
doesn't actually
climbing.
take
Life
any
support is coming back into the
out from our
green.
cargo hold.
Deep
He just
radar
says he does,
systems
but
and
if,
sensors
later
are
on,
now
when we actually,
online, and I can
deposit
scan
the
your
minerals,
vessel.
you'll see
What the
the
hell
number
kind of
hasn't
ship
changed,
is that?
period.
Just
Yeah.
who are you,
Who are
Captain?
you? We're aliens, clearly. What do you expect?
Star
Did
Control
nobody eyeball
science
the ship?
mission, huh?
I mean, the
Captain,
sensors are
I
down,
served
but
as a Star
you
Control
saw how
officer during
close
the
we
war
were.
aboard several cruisers in the
Somebody's
forward
got to have
front.
good eyesight.
And if there'd been any scientific
station.
mission to Vela,
I mean, maybe-
I would have heard about it.
Maybe not, because the station
come
was
to
in rave
think
mode.
of it, there were
Before,
some rumors that
in case you didn't
Corridor
notice,
9, the Special
flashing
Operations
lights
Division
and,
of Star
loud music,
Control,
that
was
was
directing
rave
some
mode.
hush-hush
Ur-Quan
operation near
battleships go
Andros's
into rave
space.
mode whenever they get raw
Vela
resources.
Star System,
just
yes,
about,
that would
by
be the
way.
right
Just a
direction.
little
So,
FYI.
Captain, if you say it's true,
So if you say it's true,
how do you
yeah.
explain that huge alien starship you're flying? And why are you here? What do you want from us?
Rape, plunder, and pillage, but we don't have that option, so sensible one.
Fight the Ur-Quan. Win back our freedom. I remember having such thoughts myself once, long time ago. That was in the first
Commander
years
Hayes
after
is
the
very
defeat, when it was still
verbose. I
terrifying
hope you
to
enjoy
look up and see the bloody
because,
glow of the pulsating
We're going to
slave
be
shield
hearing a
overhead.
lot from
So
him
day
in
and
the
night
future.
we gazed up at the impenetrable wall as though the sheer power of our hatred would pull it down. But over the years, I spent so much of my time struggling, down on the surface, under the shield, and then later up here trying to keep the station alive,
Quick question.
that I'd forgotten
If
what
the
it
shield's
means to be
impenetrable,
free, to hate our
how to get
Ur-Quan masters.
from the Earth
And now here you are,
through the
in an
slave
alien
shield
ship of unknown
into the
power,
Star
offering
Station
me your
and
assistance
brave
to
mode.
fight against the
Can somebody
hierarchy
tell me that?
again, after all
Out of
these
curiosity.
years. Captain,
Brave
your
mode.
offer is intriguing.
Star
It's
Station,
tempting to
Earth
think that
slave
with your
shield,
advanced
how does it
precursor
all work? Is
technology,
there-
we can somehow crack the Earth's slave shield
God
and
knows,
reassemble
I
the
guess. Or the
Alliance to
Ur-Quan.
attack the
Ur-Quan knows.
hierarchy.
The Ur-Quan
This
now.
time, win the damn war. Consider the consequences if you should fail. The Ur-Quan won't
Probably
just
gonna be
punish us
shutting up
here on
more
the station.
for,
They'll exact a gruesome
Commander
retribution on the
Hayes'
surface
verbose,
below as well.
wordy speeches
Before I commit the
because
station to helping you attack the Ur-Quan and accepting the risk of
God damn it.
annihilation if we are defeated, I have to
muttering
make
on and
sure
on
that
there.
you and your ship have what it takes to oppose the hierarchy. I'll make you a deal. If you can eliminate the alien base on the moon and get rid of that threat at least, I will seriously consider
yeah,
your
he's
offer.
full of it. He's like, oh, destroy the base. Maybe we'll...
After the Ur-Quan erected the slave shield around the Earth and established this space station, they decided to leave a contingent of combat ships close to the Earth to keep watch on our planet and confirm that they were obeying the Ur-Quan slave law. I'm certain they're still out there on the surface of the moon because we can pick up a constant stream of alien broadcasts.
What are you doing? Oh,
be careful, Captain. There are probably a dozen Spathi eluders and Ilrap Avengers down there on the lunar surface. I don't know why they haven't come after you yet, but when they do, you better have your weapons on to your thrusters burning hot.
I hate them. I hate all the ships in this game, actually. I never seem to have... The combat in this game is pretty much rock, paper, scissors. Like, a certain type of ship will beat a certain type of ship, and, I don't know which ships beat what. Well, I have a vague idea. I know, like, one ship that beats, like, another ship, but, we're gonna die a lot, is what I'm saying. Oh look, some biologicals and some energy signatures. I think we're going to be collecting the energy signature first. The biologicals are robots. Don't ask me why they appear as biologicals for some reason. I guess they could be like androids or cyborgs or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you can shoot them. That actually isn't a bullet gun thing coming out of our lander. It's apparently a stunner, but apparently robots disappear when stung. Because otherwise, if you shoot like a biological creature thing, it just turns into a cube for easy storage. Yeah, turns out this base was a sham. Big surprise. This all gets explained later. This is kind of just the tutorial section. And I die in the tutorial section lots of times. I'm sad now. So I'm just gonna take a second to reflect on my ineptitude. Alright, done reflecting. We're just gonna collect the minerals on the moon while we're here. It's not like we'll ever be visiting the moon again, and frankly, why not? Apparently it uses up like half a unit of fuel whenever you land the lander on the moon. Didn't know that until now, but that's pretty useful, I guess. Well, the moon is the moon is such a small body, I guess, not much gravity to overcome. Yeah, I got my own little path to collect minerals. Just gonna hoover them up. And kill the rest of the robots, because I really want to kill the robots. Yeah. Just leave more minerals and then hunt down the rest of the robots. Oh, I guess the game. You can scroll left, right, but you can't scroll up or down. I guess the game can't simulate spheres. What is from God, what year is it from? Like 1994, 93? Let's just say that I probably wasn't born when this game came out. That's well, either I wasn't born or I was in nappies. That's an idea of how old the game is. So now you can look at how old the game is, and then you know how old I am, and then you can hunt me down and take my place.
Have you dealt with the base yet?
Yeah, safe answer, obviously.
Darn. All these years we've been listening to their incoherent broadcast, and we never even guessed. Captain, listen closely. Long-range sensors show a ship closing on this station fast. Our computer identifies it as Ilrap, Avenger class.
Ilrap.
I think you've got a fight on your hands, Captain. Your best bet is to wait until you have point-blank range.
Full of it again.
Captain,
never, ever get close to Ilrap. Well, you could, close being loose term here, I guess. Just stay away from them. Yes, alien spider things with, they apparently used their arms during space combat. Don't ask me why. Yeah, he's got 8 arms right now, but he drops down to only 5. We're fighting him. He turns black for some reason. Once you go black, you never go back, I guess.
Here is a human in an orbital starship.
Human.
And therefore,
Talks
in
funny,
direct
but
violation
yeah,
of
Ur-Quan
the
Masters
oath of fealty.
added in voice
I am
acting for this
sure
game, so
our
technically,
masters,
if I was playing
Ur-Quan,
actually
will
playing Star
punish
Control
Earth
2,
most
which,
severely for this
for whatever
treachery.
reason,
When
probably
I present
pirated
them
it.
with the
Big scary.
twisted wreckage
I
of
wouldn't
your
have
ship
this nice
and your
voice acting, so I could talk over it without feeling bad. But I'm going to talk over it anyways, and I won't feel that bad. Where the hell did you come from? I want to choose that option, ugly face, but
Since you will soon be dead,
this
I
one
will
explains a
gladly
bit more, I
explain.
think.
We have spent many years gleefully preying on the
So yeah, Ur-Quan Masters isn't Star Control 2, it's like a community remake
and we
release
would have
thing,
continued
which
in
is
this
why this thing is being
worship
played at
of
like
Togar
1,000 and so on, so
but we
instead of like
required additional
24
crew members
by
and
10
repairs
that
to
the
our
original Star
cloaking
Control
device.
would have been at.
So we
Because as
departed
I
the
said
Jiglass
before,
constellation
it's
and
old,
set course for
old
home.
game.
But before we
But
had
it's a good
reached
game. It's
our region of space,
one of those
we
weird
detected
good
the
games that
passage of
you wonder
a
how the hell
nearby vessel.
we didn't have anything like it since.
It
I'm just going
informed
off
us about
what I've
you,
heard on the
so
internet first. I
here
have no
we
clue about this
are.
game's quality
And now,
or
you
gameplay thing. Yes, now we die. Amazing. Yeah, no. Yes, we're not. Oh, Ender, hey. We're not gonna be using a human cruiser because, it dies to Ur-Wrath ships far too easily. So we'll be using our awesome precursor ship. And by awesome, I mean shitty because this thing hasn't been upgraded yet. And, hey, down to 5 health. And yeah, the game only has so many angles, so, sometimes your shots just go around. And then you run out of batteries and die horribly. So it's a good thing we saved at Mercury. Otherwise, I would have to do this again for the 21st time. And I would have had to stab people. Just giving you a heads up. So, no murders. That's, I would call it a first, in LP history, but, this is my first video, so I don't think it counts. No murders in the first video. It's more of a trend setter, I guess, than a, achievement. Yes, we're going to just go through all of this now, yay me. I think I'm just gonna skip the conversations, and by skip I mean hold down the right arrow key, because that speeds them up to hilarious levels, and then just of course spam the enter key.
Did you?
So you know what I'm gonna choose? Yes, spam.
Why? I
Yes,
see
blah blah blah.
your
Ur-Quan Masters
still acting.
defeated. Annihilation.
Be careful, Captain.
What continent is he standing behind? Out of curiosity, if somebody could tell me, that'd be awesome, because right now I have no clue what part of Earth we're looking at. We were looking at, sorry. Luna, yeah, we've done Luna before. Probably just gonna collect minerals before we investigate the base, because it took way too long last time. I think we save on fuel a bit too. Could just be my imagination, though. Yeah, I guess we do save on fuel, because... Yeah, I guess it uses up a third of the fuel instead of a full unit. And once again, we see how shitty, 8, I guess that would be more than 8. 32 directions? That seems about right. Or 16. Oh, we gotta be careful here, because, your stun blaster thing also kills minerals for some reason. Don't ask me why. This game doesn't make sense sometimes, I suppose. Full of that junk, and then go down for the last 2 things, the minerals and lovely robot genocide. Oh, just like to point out, because I completely forgot it before, I did Mercury perfect, and that's the first time I've ever done it perfectly, so I am glad that I did not have to restart this video, because Mercury was just amazing. I usually lose at least one guy. There was one case where I think I pretty much almost lost the entire lander twice. So, as you can imagine, that made the battle against the Ur-Wrath scary as hell, because they just burn through your ship. But luckily we have that human cruiser to pull mooks off of, so everything turns out okay. Except, of course, Hypercam screwed up and I couldn't give us that video. Yes, he'll still rap. Yes. Yes, we know. Chazarak and Meshach and Penjigo. Oh yes, we're going to choose the faster one. Because screw you guys. Yes, they'll rap. If you thought they're kind of shitty before, he's just playing this, I guess he's weak cyborg, I guess. I think the game can tone down his difficulty in certain situations. So the old rap has a cloaking device, and it is completely, not completely useless, but the center of the screen will always be between both vessels. So what you're doing if they have the cloaking device up is pretty much find the center of the screen, find your ship, and then extrapolate from there. But your missiles can't extrapolate, so I guess, okay, we actually did pretty okay for that battle. That's actually my best thing yet. Usually I get
What a
under
beautiful
30
sight,
health.
Captain. I
Yeah,
haven't
they'll
seen
wrap.
an Avenger
The
blown
cloaking
away like
device
that
will,
since the battle in
stop
Draco.
missiles from tracking
I
them,
guess you've
which
shown that you
sucks
can
if you're
handle
the
yourself
Earthling
in
cruiser,
battle,
because
Captain.
they pretty
So my
much
last
will,
reservation about
missiles to
helping
kill
you has
enemies.
been dissolved. I
But
will commit the
otherwise,
station to
if
helping
you
free
know
Earth
where,
and
you know where
defeat
they
the
are, so you can
Ur-Quan.
just shoot
We
them.
may get our atoms
Really, their
rearranged in the
strong,
process,
their
but
greatest
by
strength
God,
is that they
Captain,
just
we're going to
ignore
try. So
full
the obvious
damage as
first
they
step
charge
is
at
to
you,
get the
so,
precursor
they
equipment
can
and
kinda
software
gank you with
over
their
here
fire
so that
breath.
we can make it work with our ship repair
Or hellfire,
fabricators.
or whatever they
But
called
then
it.
what,
Plasma fire, I don't
Captain?
know. Oh,
A sensible
yeah, safe
plan,
choice
Captain.
here.
Let's get to work. Good luck. By the way,
name
Captain,
one.
I think
Oh,
we
yes,
need
we're
a
gonna
name
need a
for this
name
new
for this
alliance
alliance.
we're going to forge. And since it was your
I
idea,
think
it's
that's a
only
good
fair
one.
that you get the honor of naming it. So, what will it be?
Oh, okay. I really want to pick the Empire of Zenic, but I don't know if we're going to be sticking with this guy's
Okay,
name.
that sounds pretty
And I don't want to
inspiring.
redo this
So
because
be
that
it.
would
The
stab
new
somebody,
alliance,
and I don't
the
want to
Free
break my
Stars. Now, Captain, I
achievement.
expect the
Or,
configuration
so many
process
days
for the
since I last
starbase to take
one
at
of
least 2
some
weeks, so
stabbed someone
let's
in
get
this
to
LP.
work.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
I have good news
Good
to
news to
report,
report.
Captain.
Huzzah.
We have successfully integrated the
The screen's
precursor
kinda changed a
technology
bit,
from
but
your ship into our fabricator system, and as
should
you
be
can
pretty
see,
obvious what-
we've already begun minor repairs on your
Well,
ship,
it's
patching
kinda
up some of the
settled,
micrometeorite
Oh, wait.
holes. We noticed
I
that
wasn't
your
thinking
ship
about
does
the
not have an
starship. No,
emergency
yeah,
warp
our
escape
starship
unit,
is
so our
now
engineers
behind
rigged up some for
the
you
starbase.
and
We
each
can
of your
watch it
escorts.
flip here
Now,
for
you
whatever
should
reason.
be able to escape
And,
from a bad
our
situation with the
timestamp
touch
thing
of a
has now
button.
been replaced
But
with
there is a cost, however. The unit
2,500
gulps up
RUs.
5 fuel
I'll
units
explain
each
that.
time your
Well,
precursor
the
ship
good Commander
uses it.
Hayes will explain
Also,
that
we
in
now
the
have a
next video,
limited capacity to make
because the
modifications
next video
to your
is
ship,
basically him
to
going to
refine
be talking
starship
on
fuel,
and on,
to build additional
and
combat
on,
ships,
and
and
on,
to train new members
and
of
on,
your crew for the
and on,
flagship and any ships you
and on,
acquire for your fleet.
and on, and
Captain,
on, and
I know
on
you're eager
for,
to get to work, so I'll be
I haven't
brief.
actually done it
If
yet,
you
but
have
I'm pretty
any
sure it goes
questions,
up
how
to
the
20
starbase
minutes
works, what resources we need, or just some background
I hope you
information
love
on the
talking.
galaxy,
I hope
don't
you love his
hesitate to
voice.
ask.
I hope you love listening, because he is not gonna shut up, period. And I think that's it for this video. So have a good night, and